here? I don't want to just like randomly call. What if she's not on here anymore? Oh, hi. Okay, Destiny, I'm gonna call you. Oh yeah, you were the one with the weird number that I thought was a weird number, and it was not.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. So
Hey.
I don't remember what your question was. I know you were saying that we had talked at some point and done a relationship reading, right?
No. So we did a past life regression session, but I
Oh,
did
wait,
ask
what?
you. Yeah, it was
How did the
about.
relationship stuff come up then?
Yeah. So I just asked what my grandma thought about my relationship that I was in at the time, and I think you told me it was not gonna work out, and you were so right. It
So
did
wait,
not work out.
hold on, wait, back up, back up. Usually
Yeah.
past life stuff, we don't talk to deceased people. You got to give me some back. Or was it an afterlife session and not a
Yes,
past
yes,
life?
yes. After life regression session. I think that's
Okay,
what
so
it's
an
called.
afterlife session is to talk to people that passed. So we talked to your grandma.
Yes, and we
Okay.
talked to my biological mom, and I think that was about it.
Okay, so
But I just had a couple questions.
okay, so
So,
grandma was the one that was helping you with relationships.
yes, I think, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So that relationship did not work out. But we were saying, I think you said that if I met one person, we were gonna have a baby, and then it wasn't gonna work out, and then I was gonna meet someone else, and that relationship was gonna work out, and we were gonna have like 2 kids, I think, like a boy and a girl or something.
So with the 2 kids, because you have to forget, like I really do not remember like readings that I did.
Right.
So okay, so the 2 kids, were they coming from the same person?
Um,
One kid different from different people?
yeah, I think it just depended on who I ended up with first. And I think that was my question, because I just got into a new relationship like 7 months ago. We've been together for 7 months.
Okay, so why don't we just start this fresh? How about that?
Yeah.
Because that way I don't have to try to figure out what fucking grandma said.
Right.
And we can just then correlate it to whatever grandma said. Okay?
Yes, of course.
So was it grandma or mom who wasn't able to speak in the end?
Oh my goodness. My aunt just passed away.
What the fuck
So
is up with
it's
everybody's
probably-
aunts popping in? Just
Yeah, I know. Well,
what?
she raised me, so I called her mom, so you kind of get that feeling.
Oh.
She was more of a mom figure.
Well, I have this woman around. She was saying she couldn't speak, and then my stomach's really
Yes.
upset. My head is not feeling so hot. She said that you're always, like, literally always second guessing yourself. Always. Like, it never fails. She said you could have the perfect answer in front of you.
Yeah.
And you will literally second guess yourself. She showed it to me like this. Like, you could have a winning lottery ticket in your hand, and you'd be like, are you sure? For real? Did I really win?
Yes.
It says I did, but I don't know. Like, I think I need to check.
I definitely am a second guesser, and I overthink way too much.
So she said the first thing you're gonna have to work on is like relying on other people to literally not give you like doubts. Like, you have to work on like getting rid of your own doubts, because she said you'll wait to talk to people to get rid of those doubts when she believes you already have the right answer. Like, you already know, but
I
always
need confirmation.
but you're always relying on like other people to like kind of reinsure those doubts.
Yeah.
And she said this is really problematic in relationships, because this means you'll wait till like the bitter end to leave. Like, you literally could have somebody like beating your ass, and you're still relying on talking to other people if you should leave or not.
Yeah.
So she said you have to, that's like super problematic. She said that trait is not worked out of you, and she's really worried about people taking advantage of that. So
This is my aunt, so, right?
The guy that you're talking to, does he smoke weed?
Yeah. Yeah, we just moved in together. Right after. Well, we moved in with her right before she passed,
Okay.
and
She showed me this guy that's wearing like a ball cap, and I'm sitting in a car and I'm smoking weed. Now I don't know if he fucking sits in a car and smokes weed or if he just
yeah,
drives after he smokes, but that's how she's showing it to me.
if he does what after he smokes?
Like she's showing me smoking weed and being in a car. So
Yeah,
either
yeah, yeah. He's smoking the car. Yeah,
okay, so you guys smoke in the car. Okay, I
yeah.
just want to make sure it's like the same one. Um, I don't know if you guys had talked about having kids or if you want kids,
Yeah.
but he's pretty fucking potent. So, um, I do know that if you want to have kids, like this is definitely someone, that you could easily fucking have kids from. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
There's like a spammy person on here. You guys don't give people money who's like trying to do readings in here. So this Andel
Yeah,
Spaniard.
they just sent me a friend request actually.
Oh god. Oh my god. Do not do
Yeah,
friend
I thought that was
requests.
weird.
Like they
As
will
soon
fucking
as I-
hack you. Don't do it, guys. Don't
Well,
do
thank
it.
God you said that because I almost.
Don't do it. They're hackers. That's what
Yeah.
they do. They're
They're gonna
okay.
log into your shit and
Yeah.
you're done.
Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Um okay. Um However, this one can be like a little rude, which you for some reason don't seem to mind, but she's warning you of this.
Mhm.
Um and he can also become very territorial. So like if you guys were to have a kid and you guys didn't stay together, you're going to have issues with this person
Right.
because like
He's gonna be like, "That's my kid."
yeah
Yeah, I can hear it. I
he'll
can see
be
it
like
now.
super territorial over that kid, so it'd be virtually impossible for you to get into a relationship if you had that kid with somebody
Mhm.
else without having problems with him. Like
Right.
it would not happen. um uh she's kind of going back and forth on him because she does think there's like a lot of good aspects and he has the potential of changing, but she also thinks he's kind of lazy and can be a son of a bitch sometimes.
Yeah.
So she definitely goes back and forth to where
Okay.
she goes, do I think he's like marriage material right now? She said, hell no. Do I think that he could like potentially get there? She goes, well, it's worth a chance. Like she
Right,
doesn't think
right.
that this person is so horrible that it's like not worth a chance.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, she said you have a really stubborn personality that
I
it's
do.
not always the easiest to put up with. So it's as if like he's always the one playing games here.
No, because remember in our last conversation, you told me that my mom said I need to be with someone that could put me in my place.
That's so funny. So
And,
it sounds like people are agreeing with that. So
Yeah.
um so there's pros and cons to this. I think, financially he just, marriage is definitely like something you guys have to look at like down the line. Like you guys
Yes,
are in a
100%.
position that you guys could grow together,
Mhm.
get financially stable if you guys wanted to like do the kid thing. Um, I do think that this is somebody that would go to bat for their kids, and I think that is important in a parent. You know, I
Yeah,
would
100%.
I wouldn't label this person as a deadbeat father, but he has a jealous streak, and he gets
Yep.
butt hurt really fucking easy. So, he could definitely play games. Like,
Yeah, I think I get his mom on the phone and let her hear this. She'd be like, "Yep."
um, so I mean, if you got to kind of take that shit with a grain of salt, and I
Yeah.
would kind of get your guys' life together before you chose having a kid with this person, because moving past this person with a child is going to be very difficult because of their demeanor.
For sure.
So this would be like, man, you would have issues with him. And he pushes the line like to where you would have to look at like court order, restraining order type thing. Like he'll push the line.
I could do that.
So you would, I don't know. So if you guys are as of right now, I don't see this as being a, it's not like a horrible decision. It's not like bad or anything like that. I just feel like you specifically, need to be very cautious, and I would not be, do not try having kids unless you know for
It's
sure
gonna.
that growth has happened and you
Yeah.
guys are like really ready for it, because I could see it's just too many problems moving forward past that with him. Um, oh man. So what was like, what did she pass from?
Um. So I'm not 100% sure. I just had. Okay, so this makes me think of a whole nother thing. Will you please ask her if she had a written DNR?
She said not exactly. She had a
It was
spoken.
written. It was yes, it was a spoken. Okay, thank God.
Um,
Because when she passed, she had just got diagnosed with congestive heart failure, which was running in the family. Um, but she was so out of it that that morning I called her nurse because she had not called me in like a day or two, and I was getting worried. I just had a feeling, dude. I had a real strong feeling, and she started asking me questions that my mom would usually know, like does she have any pins in her elbow? Like she had her elbow shattered. She said, does she have any pins or anything? Like has she broken anything? I was like, yeah, she would know that, you know.
and
Um,
she just was not aware,
yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. Um,
Um, oh,
but the reason why I was asking is just like, man, my stomach is just getting like really tight. Heart problems can actually
oh,
cause
I
that.
think she got bloated. When I saw her, she was a lot bigger than she was normally. I think she filled up with fluids, honestly, like my
Um,
grandma did.
she she literally said that's disgusting, and we're not talking about it.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about that. I I was just curious because of the way that my stomach was like starting to get uncomfortable. Heart issues can cause that, and obviously, if she bloated, okay, we won't talk about that. Never mind.
We won't
Things
talk.
can cause that. So, um, she said that here is her final answer. She said she doesn't think that she's calling it ingenuity, to like, and this desire to want to be with somebody is going to be wasted on this person, because the
Mhm.
very like worst case possible scenario situation is, honestly, you're going to learn like a really really good lesson, if you don't end up staying with them. So, and it's not like a potential like dangerous lesson, so it's just something that would help you grow. That's
Right.
all. So she doesn't think it's a problem. Oh, fuck. Um, However, I do need to talk to you about your capabilities of having kids. Have you been tested for endometriosis and
What?
stuff?
No.
Have you?
I have the implant right now, and my sister got hers taken out because she said it can mess with your fertility.
Um, oh, so you wouldn't know about like? Do you still get period cramps then?
Um, not as much as I used to. I
Okay.
still get periods, but I don't cramp.
Okay. Um, Listen, I you need to get tested for stuff. Okay,
Okay.
you're gonna have to like watch about things that will like fuck with your fertility, like endometriosis, cysts, stuff like that. I don't know if it'd be caused from the implant, or if it would just be like naturally, arising. But there, she has a concern for it.
Okay.
So basically, if you want to get pregnant, you're gonna have to prepare for it. You have to obviously get rid of the implant, and then you're gonna have to like look at other underlying problems that could potentially, stop you from getting pregnant.
Okay.
Um,
I had another question about. So I'm about to be going to court, and it was postponed for 3 years. Um,
Jesus,
because
why?
of COVID, because of COVID is what they're saying.
Oh,
Um, but she was there when it happened. I just want to know how she feels about it finally. I guess happening.
I don't know. She's saying it's gonna be fine. I don't even know. She didn't tell me like what it's about. She just said it's gonna be fine. Like there's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
I think it actually worked to your benefit, this being postponed. I don't know how or why.
I mean, I was really young, so I guess I'm a little bit older. I'm in more of a position to be okay with it, I guess.
But I somehow it's gonna work to your benefit from it being postponed.
Okay.
So is it? I'm assuming it's probably charges against you then.
Um,
Is it charges against you?
no.
Oh,
I
it's
don't.
not.
No, I don't think so. I don't. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I
You don't have to tell me. Like you don't have
no.
to put that shit
I'm
out
so
there.
sorry. I don't know anything when it comes to shit like this. Like, no. I had someone put in jail like 3 years ago for a sexual assault, and they're just now. I think it's because they have other charges on him, honestly, and they're wanting to put him in jail for longer. So now they're like, okay, well, they have the sexual assault that we want to bring up.
Oh,
And
okay. That would make sense. All I know is like the postponing of this like worked to your advantage. So like if this could potentially like keep them in longer or whatever, that would make sense. I just know like everything's gonna be fine, and like the postponing of this works out to your favor.
Okay.
So and it really might be because he ended up getting other charges, you know, to where they're like, listen, you guys didn't take care of this 3 years ago. Now look at everything he fucking did. So
Right.
but so she seems to be I don't know, I feel like really good about it. Like I feel like I just want to just I don't know, like kind of hug you and be like, all right, yeah, this is done, good job.
Yeah. Thank God. It's been so. They just hit me up, and now they want me to write this statement. I have court on like the 10th.
So I feel like a lot of like when I'm getting this hug, almost like a closure hug, so it would be good. I think it really like kind of solidifies his fate. And you know what
Okay.
sucks, I really have a problem. I don't know if are you in Toledo?
No.
Okay. Well, I have a problem with Toledo and the way that they handle molestations and sexual assaults because my kid had went through something and they found that like this definitely happened. They sided with my kid, but they're like, but we don't have enough evidence to actually convict him, so we have to wait until he does something else and then we can prosecute him for what he did to your daughter. I was like, what?
Yeah. That's stupid as fuck.
And the person did have other charges that got dropped against him pertaining to this. So I was like, okay, but he already has a past doing this. Like, how many kids does he have to do this to before you guys quote unquote have enough evidence, have enough people saying, hey, he's doing this? Because they're like, well, it's basically, you know, her word against his.
That's exactly what they told me.
Yep. So it sounds like that's what's happening to you, and that's really fucked up. That's fucked up.
It is.
So I did find out though.
Because of the swab, they didn't get any DNA or anything.
I did find out that you can always sue civilly. So it doesn't matter if there's criminal charges, especially if they did an investigation and they sided with you. So you can always sue civilly.
Yeah, when we first found out about me going to court, they were like, my boyfriend's mom was like, you can sue for some money. And I was like, well, I don't even want to be going through this right now. Like, this is 3 years ago.
I know, you've done moved past it. You're like, okay, well, I'm fucking done with that part of my life. Psych.
Yeah, just kidding. So I just had a question. I'm trying to remember everything. With my mom passing, how is she? I want to hear about her.
What do you want to know about her?
With Granny. Did she
I'm assuming that your aunt has a sense of humor because she said, she goes, I'm not with that bitch. But she said it like sarcastically, so I'm like, am I supposed to repeat that? Like,
yeah. She talked about missing her parents, and it made me feel bad because I couldn't do anything about it.
She said that you didn't deserve that. Like, you didn't deserve to feel bad over her. She said that she always tried to like literally take and like comfort you and try to make it to where you didn't have any discomfort. So she doesn't like to hear about you feeling bad over her.
Right.
Whose dog passed? Whose dog is this?
You know what? When we first had the session, you told me when Granny crossed, there was a man sitting with a dog, and I was like, "Whose dog? Is it a Chihuahua?"
No, this dog, I don't know who that was, okay? Because I don't remember, I honestly, I don't remember whatever our session was about. Because when I'm connected to a spirit, like, it's not really like my own thoughts.
Right.
This one is a small dog. Is it as small as a Chihuahua? I'm just seeing like a shadow, potentially. I can't really give you more information. It's not a large dog, it's very small.
Well, we
So-
had she had a dog right before she passed, but I'm not sure that it's passed. Um, we named it Elsa, but yeah, she had a little white Chihuahua right before she passed, and
This isn't that one. It's also a
Okay.
girl.
yeah.
No, it's not that one. This is a boy.
I don't know. Maybe we had a dog that got ran over when we were younger. I think his name was Kramer.
Wait, what was it? What was the name?
Kramer?
With it C?
Yeah.
Julie, it's got to be that one.
Okay.
Because she kept throwing C names at me. And that's a boy, right?
I'm pretty sure it was a long time ago.
You don't remember. You're like,
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
I just remember getting ran over and us being sad about it. Like that was it. But that was years ago. I'm really sad because it's really weird. I've never had anyone pass when I was of age, I guess you would say, because like my biological mom passed when I was 6. So that was kind of a different thing to whereas now my mom that raised me ever since I was a baby passing, I just feel like it's so weird for her to be here one second and then gone the next, and I don't hear her voice, I don't see her.
She
I guess
said,
like-
do you want her to make herself known a little more prominent, like knock on the wall? She said she will literally try to do that for you.
Yeah.
She said
Okay.
you just have to design a sign. She said, I will work with her to design a sign. Tell her anything. She does prefer noises though. So like if she can create a noise for you.
Yeah. Just have her know calls.
She said stuff that is like noisy she thinks will get your attention and cut
Yeah.
through all the chaos in your head.
100%.
So
Well, right she passed, we were sitting in the car smoking, and the windshield was fogged up because it was like raining or something, and there was a butterfly etched out in the top left corner.
oh wow.
And I was just like, that's Mom. There she is. It was just really
She
surreal.
said,
but
how did you know that butterfly wasn't just trying to get high with you?
she was a pot smoker too. She loved her some weed. That's so funny. Yeah, she probably was.
She's like, she was ready to hotbox in the car.
yes. We were hot
That's
boxing
so
them.
great.
So
She's
funny.
She's like, let me in. Could
That's
you
so-
imagine the size of a fucking butterfly? Like, dude, that would fuck them up being in a car full of
Yeah.
weed. Like, Jesus. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
I wonder if it would kill a butterfly.
I wonder.
I don't know.
And then, oh my goodness, I took a picture. I was at work yesterday, or like a couple days ago, and there was a green butterfly on the
Green?
wall, and it was so weird looking.
A green? Green? Did you
Yeah.
say huh.
Green, it was like a huge moth that was green.
Probably was.
I-
Oh, you know, I think, are the moon, no, those aren't moon.
I'm gonna
Okay,
send
I
you
have
the-
a picture in my head of a green moth. I wonder if that's what it is.
I'm gonna send it to you. Let's see. It's on your business account. I don't know if you'll be able. I'll send it to the other one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so weird. But I didn't think about it until just now.
What was the decision about you like moving careers? She said that you had to make like a big decision about moving careers.
I don't. Nothing really. I just got a new job. Well, I guess the first real job that I've ever gotten. Just recently, within the last few 3 months.
Oh, this was the type of butterfly that was in my head. I don't know what those are called.
I don't either.
What she was saying like that was like a big decision or like a big move. So, what is this about?
I'm not sure. I moved in with my boyfriend
She
'Cause
said it's
I,
not about she said it, she's cutting you off, sorry. It's not about going in with the boyfriend. This is career. This is about your decision to like make this move with your career.
I don't know.
She said it was like a big decision. So what were you doing before and what are you doing now?
I wasn't doing anything.
So
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I guess I was selling Cincy's, or I was going to, and it just wasn't for me because it's kind of hard. You got to build your stuff up like you do, and have a really good social media platform to get people to come in, and I just wasn't feeling it. So when I moved in here, my boyfriend was like, you know what, you're gonna go work with me at Sonic. So I just been working at Sonic.
so you stepped like so you stopped doing that and actually like try to make like a move for yourself with like with working for other people.
Yeah.
Well, she said that when you were trying to make that decision, it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this. It's like
No.
you didn't. It was like a hard decision.
Yeah, it was hard for me because mm, I guess, well, like we talked about, I'm really not independent like I should be, and I have a lot of anxiety going into public places, and I don't know, having a job, and that was a really hard decision for me to go in and meet all these new people and be social
Well,
with someone that struggles with fucking social anxiety.
well, she thinks that was a good move.
Yeah, and I figured she would because she's always wanted me to have a job. She tried to get me a job when I didn't even have an ID or social. She had me go out and look for jobs. I was like, Mom, I can't do anything here.
So, she does think like that was a really good move, and she's saying that she's really proud of you. She
Yeah.
said for you, like the next step is like a career.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do though. That's my worst problem. Like I don't have anything that sticks out.
She said that's okay. She goes, you'll get there. She goes, you don't have to make the decision right now because there's no reason to make the decision right now. You
Right.
actually do a lot better under pressure. I'm not saying to wait and to
do.
procrastinate, but you just do.
I do. That is very true.
You know, I guess when it's time to make that decision, it might be out of necessity. Maybe it's because you do have a kid or something and you're like, hey, I need something more. So let me figure this out.
I'm also really weirdly good at manifesting things. I don't know why, but if you could tell me
About
if you
why you're good at, well, anybody can be good at manifesting things. Do you know the trick to manifesting stuff?
there was one day that I just cried and said it over and over and over that I wanted to move back in with my mom, and I did.
Well, here's the thing. What makes you manifest stuff is literally having the path of the least resistance. So, least resistance you have, the easier it is to manifest. A lot of people will try to manifest in a way of actually coming from a really doubtful place or not truly believing that they can. And that's what creates the most blocks. So once you get to the point of just not resisting it and saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to allow this to happen and this is what happens, then it actually comes really easy. And once you start down that path, then you can reassure yourself and go, hey, I can manifest things really easy. And then what you're doing is you're building neural pathways in your head, these little synapses that is actually telling your brain, reinforcing and giving a pathway in your brain to be able to do that. So you stick with that mindset, and yeah, you're always going to be able to manifest things easily.
That is really nice.
So I always take the approach, any amount of energy I put into something, it flourishes. So I like that because it's like making me take ownership for my actions.
Right.
And I'm like this really big, like, you gotta take ownership or responsibility of your actions. Because some people think manifestation is everything's just gonna magically appear in front of you, but you still have to do stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I take that approach. I'm sorry it took so long to get to you.
No, it's fun. I was just listening to, you know that one conversation that you had with that, what was it, Christy? I said it in the comments, but when her dad came through, the lights started flickering. Like it flickered like twice, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but I was like, "Oh."
You know what? The day of the fire, um, the day of the fire in Rossford at the place that at the building that my place was at,
Mhm.
my fire alarms here at the house were like doing weird shit. They were going off for no reason, and we even took like the battery out.
Oh, yeah, we that's happened over here too, and I'm like, "How is it still going off?"
And that was the day that the fire happened.
That's so crazy.
I was like, well, you guys could have maybe warned where it was at. Like, and you know what's really crazy about the fire? My area wasn't touched at all.
Oh my god. It was like just a warning.
So it was like, it was just like a bubble around my area. Like my area was completely protected.
Wow. That
It was,
is so crazy.
yeah, it was fucking weird. It was like walking in, and I could just use my key to walk in as if I was going to the office or getting ready to do an event. But then you walk past my place and you're just looking at the sky.
Oh my.
It was fucking weird, man. It was so weird.
Oh my god. Um so this is I don't want to get into this topic, but I feel like I need to. When my mom passed, we always knew there was going to be a lot of drama and a lot of fighting. Is she upset with? I cut everyone off, basically. Is she upset with anyone?
Well, she said that she feels like you deserve to like cut everybody off. She said because everybody makes their own path, and if they're not willing to listen, they're not willing to get along. She doesn't want you to share in their spite because
Yeah.
she said they're being spiteful.
Yeah.
She said as far as her disappointment, she said she's not pleased.
Oh, of course not. No, no, no.
She said, but I mean, to tell you the truth, it's not that she didn't expect it either, unfortunately.
Right. Because we always talked about it.
So, because it didn't shock her, I think that's the only reason why she's not super pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand that.
I think if like she wasn't expecting it, this would be a lot different conversation.
Right. But she knew that there was gonna be. We always talked about how there was gonna be a huge fight at her funeral, and I tried my best not to beat anyone up, and I didn't. I was pretty nice.
Do you not
Yeah.
have like winter boots?
Huh?
Do you not have winter boots?
No, I don't.
I swear to God, she keeps trying to give you these damn boots.
I don't need no boots.
She's like, they'll fit your feet perfect. They'll keep them warm. I'm like, why the fuck are you trying to give her boots?
Yeah, for real. It's about to be summer over here.
I mean, this is the time to buy winter boots, though. You know, they're
Yeah,
they're on clearance. So
I guess. Sure, Mom.
I think she's just trying to look out for you.
Yeah, probably. Right before she passed, we went shopping. Do you think it was kind of weird? She went shopping in November for Christmas. She gave out all of the presents, and then she passed. Do you think that was like, I mean, like God's plan? I guess you would say.
She is not calling it God's plan.
What is she saying?
She said it was like wishful thinking on her behalf.
Yeah.
She said
yeah.
she'd been going downhill for a little while.
Oh yeah,
And-
she was sick for years, Serena.
Yeah, but she said not as difficult as it was towards the end. She said like she was finding like it very problematic to stand sometimes, to breathe, and even to like walk down some stairs. And she was like, she just got to the point where I think she just realized like something was going to happen. So she said that she didn't want to leave it up to God and wonder if she was going to be able to spend Christmas with people. So she just made it happen.
That's crazy. Oh, well, yeah, she had just figured out that she had congestive heart failure, which, now that I think of it, should have been a lot more scarier to her than she was letting on.
No, she had a lot of things going on that I don't think that she was letting people know or indicating to people.
No, she had kidney failure, I want to say liver failure, uh, and all the others. She had diabetes. She was double amputee, like just the whole list. And in the end, we were the one that took her to the, I wasn't, but my boyfriend was the one that took her to the hospital because she couldn't breathe. She said she was having a hard time breathing.
Yeah, that
And I
makes
was,
sense. She was saying, but even before that, she said she was having problems breathing. So
yeah,
it's just she knew that shit was coming. So she just didn't want a chance to even try to figure out if she was or was not gonna make it there for Christmas. So she just thought it was better that she might as well try to, provide one last thing.
oh. Does she remember her last phone calls?
She said that she was completely in and out of it.
Yeah.
And she said that she would ask, oh, she's kind of pissed off at the nurse. So sometimes she did have
Oh my.
actual, like, cognition because she said she would ask the nurse to make calls and they wouldn't do it.
She, so I had talked to the nurse and she said that, no, my aunt had called me, and she was on the phone screaming at the nurse saying that she needed to pee. And they were trying to explain to her, I found out later on that she had a Foley in, and they were trying to explain to her that she could go to the bathroom, but she wasn't understanding. She was like, no, I need to get up and go to the potty chair to pee. And they were like, Lisa, you have a Foley in, you can pee. She just was not getting it.
Well, she's not talking about like the peeing aspect. She's talking about like actually calling. So if she was like that with the peeing, she probably didn't understand like when she was asking them to like call if they to her they might not have or what, but oh gosh, she's just showing me frustration.
Yeah.
Um, but when you were talking about the call, she was like, I would ask them to call. I made a point to call. And but she's saying but the nurses wouldn't help her.
Yeah, that makes sense. She was a nurse, so she was very she knew what needed to be done. If you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
she wasn't getting the
Attention that she felt that she deserved.
yes, then she would call them out and say that I'm calling state. Like you bitches are going down for not helping me.
I'm sure they loved that. I'm sure they loved your aunt.
I bet they did. I bet they had a fun there.
Jesus. All right.
But
go ahead. Go ahead. And then I was gonna like wrap up.
yeah, of course. Yeah, I was just that DNR thing because I was just making. They had called. I'm pretty sure they called my aunt and asked her if they could pull the plug, and I just felt like that was not fair because she was not the greatest person to my mom, and I feel like that shouldn't have been her decision to make.
I definitely think that she literally had a verbal conversation with somebody about this. I just don't think it was like in some sort of writing or will or medical power of attorney or anything like that.
Yeah. We had definitely talked about her, if it ever came this time, just let her go. But they did CPR, and that really offended me, honestly, because that was not what she wanted.
Well, she said there was oftentimes they didn't do what she wanted, so you guys are in the same boat.
Right. Right.
You guys feel the exact same way. But
well, have her knock on some walls for me.
she said that she wants to start off a little softer and then work up to it. So she said if you notice anything, please like let her know because what she doesn't want to do, she doesn't want to startle you.
Yeah, for sure.
So she said she's gonna start out literally like she's doing these soft little taps. And then moving up.
All right. That's so crazy.
She's also talking about like you celebrating her birthday.
Um, I don't. We didn't celebrate her birthday this year yet before she passed.
When
But
did
we.
you guys? She's literally talking. This is a celebration that you did for her birthday.
Oh my God, I did. I threw her a birthday party 2 years ago,
You,
and looking at the pictures not too long ago, I gave her 1 year she decorated the first apartment that we got and all cupcakes. So on her birthday, I got her a cupcake apron and some other cute cupcake things just to remind her of that one time.
she was like talking about like how good she felt that you didn't forget.
Oh no, never. I can never forget her. That was my best friend, dude.
You know, it's weird. I saw, and I don't even know who the fuck had this. I don't know what it was. It was on like Facebook. I was just like scrolling through, and it was like a spider with a cupcake like kind of on its back, and like the spider. And it was like I was like fixated on this, and I was like, why am I like? It was a tattoo. It was a tattoo, and I was like, why the fuck am I looking at this? So it's kind of weird that you're mentioning all these cupcakes. I wonder if she was like fixating me on it today, because I was like,
That's so funny.
I'm like, why the fuck am I so fascinated with this like weird spider cupcake? It was a weird little like cartoon spider cupcake thing.
Well, I might go get you know what? That makes me think. I might go get a cupcake tattoo for her because I've been thinking about getting a tattoo for her. She's only wanted me to get it, like, mom on my, like, collarbone or something. I'm like, mom, I'm not going to just get mom or Lisa. I'm like, I'm not just going to get Lisa on my body. They're going to be like, who the fuck is Lisa?
Oh, you could get like, do you have her handwriting at all?
Yes, I do. I have all
You
of her
could
paper.
get a cupcake since she wants you to put like mom or Lisa, and in her handwriting, like as if it's the frosting, you could have
Oh,
like Lisa like up at the top, like in the
that's
frosting.
cute. I think I might do that.
I think that
Okay.
would be cute.
One last question before we get off here. I got, I recently found a house that's right down the road. Do you think I'm gonna get it?
She said the pre-approval isn't gonna like necessarily go bad, but it's not gonna go in the way that you desire. Um,
Okay.
Also, she's very, very, very concerned about like like the whole placement of this and like interest and stuff. She's um she's concerned about this place.
Okay.
She's saying it's a no go, like as in she doesn't want you there. So
Okay.
like if this does not like go through, she's looking at it as like a good thing.
Okay.
So when she's talking about the pre-approval not like going your way, but it's gonna go good, I think it's because you're not necessarily gonna get it, or they might come back with like a higher offer, wanting you to do something to where you're not really gonna. It's because she doesn't like this place.
Hmm. Well, I don't really either, but it has a washer and dryer, so.
Well, she still thinks like it's gonna be a bigger headache to stay there than what it's worth.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with that washer and dryer. It has to do with like the landlord and like tenant. I don't. It's not a good place. You can't
Okay.
go there. Don't go there.
Okay, what about an apartment? Should I keep looking for apartments?
There's tons of apartments with washer and dryers, and if you really need, you can come over and do your laundry here. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go all the way over there. Oh my god.
But that's not a good place. You can't go there.
Okay.
Where are you from? Are you? I keep thinking you're in Toledo, and obviously you're not. Where are you from?
I'm in Texas.
Yeah, that's a little far.
Yeah. Definitely not over there. Way far. We in the south, and it is hot. I don't need no winter boots.
Ah, that's so funny. It's Wait a minute. Do you think she was saying that to me since I'm in
Yeah.
Toledo?
Yeah. Because
Because I don't have winter boots.
I'm like, what?
Because these straight up look like these were not cowboy boots. They looked like winter boots. They looked like boots with like fur. And
Oh.
I have slippers with fur right now on.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
I wonder if she's trying to give me boots.
Here you go, Serena.
So I went to someone's house one time to do I went to someone's house to do a group reading or like whatever, a home party. And when I pulled up, an estate sale was going on, and I had this woman in my car the whole time, like riding with me. So when I pulled up to this estate sale, I was like, "Fuck, dude, am I in the right place? Did this spirit just take me to like an estate sale because she's pissed off her shit is being sold? Like, why did I listen to this lady? I should have just listened to my GPS." Like,
Oh my god.
I'm like, "Fuck." So I was just sitting out in the driveway because I didn't want to go in because I didn't know if I was at the right place.
Right.
And eventually this guy came out and he was like, "Hey, are you here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so. Think so." And she starts telling me how like all of this stuff is hers. So there was like an estate sale going on for her. And she kept trying to give me her things. She kept trying to give me like her coats and stuff. Like, could you imagine? I'm like, no, it's okay. Your mom said I could have this and this and this. She literally just kept trying to like give me different things. It was so weird.
The last time we talked, you told me that my grandma was, she was trying to figure out what she was going to cook for me.
She was
And
what?
She was trying to figure out what she was going to cook for me. Because I asked you if you knew if we were going to do the session, and you said, yeah, she was trying to figure out what she was going to make for you. And I meant to ask you what the fuck she made.
I don't know. You should have asked me back then.
I know. I want to say it was probably fucking spaghetti.
It was like her and her damn spaghetti. You know, it's
It was-
weird when they make stuff in my house. I usually can, even if it's stuff that I don't eat, I can normally figure out what they're making because I will like crave it, or like I'll smell the ingredients and all of a sudden just know what they are, because it's not really me smelling it, it's like them smelling it through me or whatever, if that makes sense. It gets a little weird with the whole food thing, especially when I'm like tasting it and when I'm tasting it and I don't like it or whatever, but they really like it, and then I'm craving like weird shit. I don't know. It gets fucking weird. It gets very weird. All right, I'm gonna let you go.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, it was very nice talking to you.
You have a good night.
Yeah, you as well.
Bye.
All right, bye.